I was a 4-year active duty guy and 30 years with the 107th as a crew chief and etc. So there's been a lot of questions about the organization that we have, the RATs. Actually, it's called the RATs and RAGs. But one of the misconceptions is that that was only for retired technicians, and that is not true. That's open to any 107th person that retired from their position, meaning AGR technician or traditional guardsman. I want to clear that up right from day one. So I guess that's been a misnomer for quite a while. And we actually do have a lot of people. We have 350 people in our organization. Out of that 350, we probably have about, on the board with me, I'm on the board, we have 10 people on the board. We're down to about 30 or 35 at a meeting. Some of the people are up in age. 75 on up, we've lost a lot of those people to non-attendance for some reason or another, but we really need some young people if it's going to continue. One historical question from this group, and probably Phil over there doesn't even know this, but when this started, this actually was by invitation only. This was started in the late 50s, early 60s. You didn't get into this unless you were given an invitation to join. So we've evolved. We've evolved through the years. To be a member, the first year, it costs $3. That's the initial membership fee. If you want your wife to be involved, it's $3 also. Currently, after the first year, we are not charging anybody anything because we have a good balance in there. So after your first year, what you might want to say is, why would I want to join? Well, we have 3 meetings a year. We cover a lot of information. If you come to a meeting and you have a question about health care or TRICARE or any of those questions, normally we can get an answer for you or we'll know the answer, but we work really hard on trying to do that for veterans. So what you will get if you join is we have every member on this listing. So what you do is you give your name, phone number, address, email address, and he prints this every 3 months. So you get an updated version with everybody's name on it every 3 months. And it's nice to have, because if you want to look somebody up that you worked with, or you just want to call somebody up and ask them a question, you have that. Yeah, right now most of us are in the old retirement system, and we have a couple people coming that are in FERS. We really need some other people to start coming that are in FERS, because there's a lot of questions we just can't get the answers to. So we need that, and also we do not have any female people that come to the meeting at all, none. And there's been a ton of female retirees from the 107th, but we don't have anybody. And that's another issue. There's a lot of, go ahead. Okay. You probably will be, but I mean, because there's separate issues too. There's separate issues for female guardsmen and stuff. So we'd like to see some people. Now some of the wives come, some of the guys' wives come in attendance. So we do get that. You won't probably be the only female there. So and the meetings are held over here in Niagara Falls on, what is that, Pine? Is that Pine Avenue where the AMVETS is, or the American Legion? I think it's on Pine. Yeah. Buffalo Ave, yeah, it's on Buffalo Ave, yeah. Like I said, we're meeting 3 times a year. We just dropped, it was my suggestion because we were not getting a lot of people for 4 times a year. We're doing it 3 times a year. We meet in, let's see, we're doing February, July, and November, the 2nd Wednesday of the month. So if you just want to stop in and take in a meeting, before you decide to join, that's great. We welcome anybody that wants to stop in and take a look at it. Also, we are running 2 picnics a year at this point. We're running a local picnic here in the Falls, And we're getting about 100, 110 people. And they're doing one every year in Florida in various locations. This year is supposed to be in Key West. I don't know how that's going, but that's where it's supposed to be. My understanding is next year there's a group that are going to do one in Tennessee, which is a little bit different. But anyway, we're running those, and normally the cost to that, I mean, locally it's $15, and they cater it, all the food you want, and there's beer and pop and all that stuff. So it's usually a pretty good turnout. Also, once a week on Tuesday at the Sunshine Cafe on Buffalo Avenue, a lot of people meet for breakfast. They meet at 8 o'clock. So you can run into a bunch of people in there if you want. And also, I started a lunch at Elton's on Transit Road and Seneca Street. And that is the first, it's once a month, first Monday of every month. And I get a variety of people at that one. So, let's see what else I got on here. You know, Carl Brown is a guy that handles most of the stuff on our board. He's really an intelligent guy. I mean, he digs into stuff. If you've got medical questions or, actually we designed a lot of stuff. So this board is probably the best board that we've had in a long time. We actually put out a sheet that you should fill out when you retire for your spouse or for whoever is looking after your paperwork if something happens to you. You can't believe the amount of veterans that pass and their paperwork is everywhere. And we get calls from wives all the time. They can't find 214s, they can't find any of their technician paperwork, AGR paperwork, anything. So we developed a form, which is online, we can have it sent to you. It tells you all the numbers that you need to have and put it in a folder so your significant other can find it without tearing the house apart. And that's a big one. That's a really, really an important item. I'm also on the board, and I belong to the Hamburg Veterans Committee. We've had so many people call with the same thing. They just don't know where paperwork is. It happens all the time. So that's a biggie. That's about all I have, unless you got questions.